Welcome to Telugu Prajala Sakshi, me Sakshi TV, Nenu mi Bhargavi. Welcome to another session, very popular show to discuss and learn and gain knowledge about Vastu and Graha Sastra, the divine sciences, with none other than our popular expert in these sciences, who's a research scholar, a doctorate, Dr. Dipika Sanghi Gupta. Namaste, Dipika ji.
Namaste, Bhargavi ji. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you so much.
How are you, ma'am?
I am good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very good too. Thank you so much. So I would like to take a moment, as always, to thank Sakshi, Telugu Prajala Sakshi, and audiences for following our show. And I'm confident you are taking information from this show and trying to make an impact to your lives in terms of prosperity, success, anything that you want to proceed in a positive direction. So let's get started and let's welcome Dr. Dipika ji to this, follow-up episode. And let's, ask her and take some more information from her, ocean of knowledge about these divine sciences, especially the Vastu Shastra, because we all need a shelter to live in. And we live in our homes. They have to be built as per certain rules, just like how life, right? We all live by certain standards, though we are not animals who live or abide the laws of nature. We are free will beings, yet we have been given certain sciences which have been passed down to us, through generations by our forefathers. And they had a reason, to send us down this knowledge verbally, which is, most of it has been documented, but certainly, some of the information got lost during transition. However, since we live in our home, to my understanding of the world, I, believe tremendously that we all must follow certain rules for how a house to be built. How do we live in that house? How do we organize things at our home? So welcome Sanghi Gupta ji, Dr. Dipika ji. Welcome to the show. So let me start, by asking you the very first question.
I want to say something, Bhargavi ji. See, in the starting, you said the divine sciences, right? And then you said that it has been passed to us from generation to generation. So first of all, Vastu is not a divine science. It's science of architect. See, in earlier days, people used to, wake up with sunrise and used to sleep with sunset. So actually, our ancestors were moving according to the nature. They were in the alignment with the nature. They know what is good for their health, though they were not educated. They were not masters in any field the way today we have. But still, they knew that, we have to be in alignment with nature to have good health, wealth, prosperity for, that stress-free life. So the Vastu is actually that science of architect, that how with the movement of the sun, how we have to move so that we get, maximum benefit of the nature. See, today again, we all have started, valuing the organic things, right? We all, even the medical science also say that, food is medicine, avoid eating this, eat this, this is not good. Okay, this is, whatever is there in the freezer for days, don't eat that, that food is not good. Okay, the freshly made food is definitely good for health. So what today we are actually, seeing and, perceiving was the natural way of living in earlier days, right? Like that was the natural way, that was in the system. So and then see, we human beings become more technology based, and slowly we deteriorated our mental and physical health, both the health, right? So now again, we human beings are going back to that, no, we have to eat daily fresh cooked food, and then, we have to sleep on time, we have to get up on time. Okay, this much sleep is really necessary for the body. Okay, we don't have to give so much time to social media. So, now we are again going back to that point one where our ancestors used to live. Right? So Vastu is actually the science of architect instead of science of, divine science. And the second thing is that, the ancestors passed it because they knew the value of being in alignment with the nature, which today's generation has totally lost it, right?
Yes.
Today, the sleeping pattern, everything, the food pattern, sleeping pattern, everything has changed. Now people are again coming to that thing that, eat seasonal fruits and vegetables only. If you're not eating them, then you are, this is not good for health, right? So in earlier days, because there was no cold storage, so they used to eat what the season has provided them, because that what the nature is providing them, right? But today, people, they don't want to go with the nature. It has become the fashion. Oh, I'm eating such an expensive fruit and vegetable. This is the fruit of winters, and I'm eating it right now. Or fruit of summers, and I'm eating it right now. So I'm paying extra for this. Sometimes people even flaunt it out, right? So now people are becoming again aware that whatever the nature is providing in whatever seasons, we have to eat and follow those things only, because that will only keep us mentally and physically in both the ways happy and healthy.
The reason why, I've been under the impression that it's a divine science is that the entire cosmos or the universe or multiverses, now there are multiple universes. So everything has been designed by the gods. And to this day, actually, if you see the headstone and Egyptian pyramids and many other such great structures all around the world, now these archaeologists have been exploring and they've done a lot of research, and they have realized that this cannot be, certainly an act of humans. Like example, the Ram Setu, Adam's. So some aliens or some divine forces have certainly, played an important role, a pivotal role in creating these great structures in terms of, helping the humanity to understand how a structure should be built. So since aliens, to my understanding, were none other than the gods or deities, I would just call them deities, not gods. So deities, that's why my thinking has been that this must have been a divine science too. But your explanation makes more sense, that it's the humans and forefathers that wanted to head the upcoming generations, like the future generations. That is why they have given us this beautiful science.
Yeah, but see, again, today the science has accepted that there is a cosmic energy. And the cosmic energy, see, the nature has made the human beings, right? If we say, so see, we have like eyes, ears, nose, everything. The nature has designed us so well that we have everything. A place of excretion, so that the stomach, just goes on the process, and then the excretion is made. So see, the nature has been more intelligent than the human being, right? And then whatever the rishis have written, at that time there was no spacecrafts, no telescopes, nothing, but still whatever the rishis noted the movement of the sun, the earth, and everything, that NASA is confirming everything, which came into existence in, I think, 1950 or 58, and the rishis wrote all these things thousands of years back, right? So earlier at that time, because the people have more wisdom, patience, that's why they were having more intelligence also. They were having that divine channel of energy flowing inside them, which in today's, the Kali Yuga, the people have become more tit for tat. In those days, if you are forgiving someone, or if you are asking for forgiveness, was considered as a good act. But now now the world is something like tit for tat. So, the thinking has changed a lot, right? People now think more practically. If in today's time, Lord Rama has gone to exile on his father's word, everybody would have said, are you crazy? What are you doing? Why don't you put a lawsuit on your stepbrother and all that stuff? That time was different, and that's why people in those times were more intelligent, more knowledgeable than us, right? But this cosmic energy, as I'm putting the word energy, is also very scientific. Everything in this universe is scientific, and it's the ignorance of us human beings that still we are researching on it, still we are discovering it. The nature has lots and lots of secrets which it's holding, and through NASA or through medicine, so many things we are discovering in the human body, in the universe. So nature is that deep, right? And we should be blessed. We should feel happy that, we are discovering and finding that all these our sciences, all the things which were written in the Vedas, now the science is proving the science behind it, right? The science which, the world, which the world accept that science, those institutions are proving that whatever was written is all true. So we belong to that rich cultural heritage and that rich heritage which we should feel proud of.
This is more than a question answer kind of a session. It's like an informative session.
Yeah.
Like we are digging deep into whenever possible, right? Instead of me asking a straight question, we are
Yeah.
also talking this more interactive. So I'm sure the
Yeah.
audiences are enjoying and trying to understand. I'm not saying that people do not know this, but many people who are not aware,
Yeah.
this is more informative. So audiences, thank you for being with us. And if you ever wanted to ask any question, please feel free to call Om Holistic Healings, led by Dr. Dipika Sanghi Gupta ji, and the number is 732-979-2080. And ma'am, when you said Kali Yuga, now in Kali Yuga, we are not like before, like we can't forgive people and we have this grudge like the Arishad Vargas rule us. So that helps me when you said that, understand more about why these sciences you said we may not be calling them really divine, but they were created by our forefathers who were more intelligent, because to my understanding these yugas like Satyug, Dwapar Yug or Treta Yug, all these yugas, those yugas were very, the people lived in those yugas were much more advanced in terms of knowledge, wisdom. And I even
Yeah.
heard in Satyuga, they used to communicate telepathically, and they never were hungry for food. They were not greedy. I mean, they wouldn't even
Yeah.
eat or drink anything. They just were bone and skeleton without a muscle mass or physical
Hmm.
density. So as the yugas pass down, humanity changes. Like whatever
Yeah.
beings were in Satyug, they used
Yeah.
to be tall and they used to live
Hmm.
10,000 years. But
Yeah.
now the lifespan has come down drastically when we came to Kali Yuga. So,
Yeah.
and ma'am, is this true that as the yugas pass, the reason why humans can become ignorant and get ruled by these Anishad Vargas than the divine wisdom or cosmic energy, to your point, is it true that the sun and the earth, the distance between sun and earth changes? So that is the reason why, because we are getting far away from the sun, earth itself, right? She's moving away from sun. As the yugas pass, that's why the humans tend to become like this, and it's all again pre-programmed by the intelligent being or the super scientist. People call him God, I call him the super scientist, because everything is physics and everything is chemistry, mathematics, so beautifully calculated and arranged. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts, ma'am?
Yes, definitely. See, as the yugas are passing, the earth has the position of earth has changed a little bit, and that's why you see. And moreover, because of the destruction humans have created by cutting the trees and all, we all are facing that the global warming kind of a thing. So see, actually, the trees are our survival, and we human beings have only cut it out, and we human beings now again getting aware, as I said earlier also, that whatever we were following in the past years was much better than what we are doing right now. And exactly, see, as the yugas are passing, the Kalyug will be more and more prominent, and see, the coming generations are suffering more and more. In earlier days, we used to hear any chronic disease, let's say cancer, one among thousands, right? And now we have figures that when the baby is born, at that time also there are chances that there can be some heart disease, cancer disease, or chronic diseases, or any other chronic disease. So this is how the Kalyug is getting bigger and bigger, and definitely it's a process, it's a cycle which we all have to go through. So obviously, the human beings will go through this Kalyuga too.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that tells me that, It's like a cycle of time, Kala Chakra, which we
Yeah.
must follow through, and evolution. So I heard that this is some 28th Mahayuga, and we can talk about that in another forum. So
Yeah.
we have to live through these multiple eons or yugas, and multiple yugas keep repeating. And the superpower, whoever that is, super scientist, some people call Adiparasakti, Mother Goddess, to
Yeah.
some
Mother.
people, his creator, to some other belief systems, something else. But however, I think the single source of truth, like Ekam Sat Abad Vitvam, source of truth is just one. There is no
One.
second to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you agree with this, ma'am.
Bilkul, I definitely agree with you, Bhargavi ji, and this is really very good sharing of knowledge because the motive of this show from the very first days has always been to spread the truth, to clear the myths, because there are so many myths regarding the Vastu. And see, because of the invasions, this science of architect eventually become the science of divinity and all, and that is why see. This is a science based on sunrise sunset, so sunrise for all the religion is same, for all the people same, caste, creed, culture, religion hardly matters. So we all can take the benefit of this science, to have a happy and a healthy living. That how the cosmic energy flows, because earth is tilted and the north pole, south pole, and then the magnetic field of energy flows from the north to the south, and that is why it is said that don't keep the head in the north. So for everyone it is like, just like the sunrise is for everyone, similarly the science is for everyone. But because of many invasions in India, we lost this science, and finally it became the science of spirituality or divinity.
Correct.
So the motive of this show from the very first day is that spreading the right word to the people, to the public, to the community, so that everybody can get benefit, and people should come out of all those myths, stories on this science, and everybody can have a happy and a healthy life. So by discussing this thing, we are actually giving more information, I think, to our viewers through Sakshi TV, which I'm very much thankful to you too. And we spreading a right word, which is also good karma, right?
Yeah. Do good, be good, because what shall you sow, so shall you
So
reap.
shall you reap. Yeah,
Yeah. And whatever goes around comes around.
comes
So, yes,
around.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, the reason why we named this show with you, especially the one that I'm hosting with you, I named it as the Vastu Shastra, origination, truth versus myth. So I thought of, this should be, like you just said, more informative. Like, of course, there are many questions, and in the past, previous sessions, my colleagues may have already asked you many, many questions, and people can always ask us more questions, because we'll continue to have this show for many number of years following. I'm confident, because there's very good following for the show, and people are learning and trying to make a good impact on their living and their homes. I like this interactive, informative session, Dr. Deepika ji, and I found the who are really so, I mean, who's really so, I mean, full of knowledge and wisdom. Like, these are just coming out of our interactive session, and you're able to clarify, you're able to help me understand why it cannot be attributed to a particular belief system or a religion. I don't call them religions anymore, belief systems, just like how I was born in India, somebody was born in America. So it is
Yeah.
all pre-programmed, or we do not know how that karma or the concept of karma makes a person take birth in a certain system or certain area or geographical region. So
Hmm.
that being said, you said that what has religion or anything got to do with the Vastu Shastra? It's for
Yeah.
everybody, no matter what their caste, creed, belief system is, they all can follow, simply because this is based upon sunrise, sunset,
Yeah.
and that's such a great statement you made. It should be an eye opener to many people who are still contemplating or debating on should we really follow this science or Shastra or not. It's an eye opener, really. At least if it were me, I would certainly think once again before I start even saying that, no, I refute this. We don't believe in this. It's only for Hindus. So that's a
Yeah.
great argument, ma'am. See, why not? If I am standing, I can only stand straight, and I cannot, walk on my head. It's definitely because of the gravity of the earth and the North Pole and South Pole. many other, geographical, coordinates, how the Earth is rotating, all those electromagnetic forces that are making the Earth
Yeah.
spin itself and around the sun. So, thank you for that, insight, ma'am. Um,
Yeah, definitely. As you said, that everything, everything is energy. And see, the rishis have written on that. And see, in today's time, like, who has time to waste on, money, power, relationship? Nobody has time to waste, right? So why not to get benefited through this science? The first thing. The second thing, that I have never claimed that, just follow this science and leave everything. No, your hard work is important. Your making right decisions is important. So many things are important. But yes, like India has given yoga to the world, where it is the, a side science. Like, definitely medicines are important. Nobody will say that, okay, just keep on doing yoga and don't go to a doctor. No, no, no. See, it's an alternative healing science, right? Yoga.
yeah,
And today, throughout the world, people are getting benefited through yoga. So yoga is actually yoga. So yoga was done by rishis, which says discipline in food, your habits, your,
right.
your sitting posture and everything, discipline in so many things. So similarly, Vastu is also an alternative healing technique. So, and why to use only at home? Why not at office area also, your commercial place also? Because in today's cutthroat competition, if we can take the help of a alternative science and we can, gain in the business or in our job, then why not? Right? Because it's an alternative healing. I never say that, okay, once the Vastu is done, now the God is going to bring a plate full of, a platter full of so many things for you, and he'll put it in your mouth. No ways, no ways.
No.
See, this is just an alternative healing to make the surroundings so good and beautiful that whosoever is living there or working there, works on its subconscious mind of the human being, so the person can feel happy, healthy while working or while living in that space. So when we are happy, when we are healthy, then automatically, we put our best, we put 100% of our energy. But if the surrounding is not good, right? If at home the person came back to home throughout like working crazy throughout the day, very tired, and at home does not find peace or happiness, then what's the use of working throughout the day, right? If you earning good and most of the money you are spending only on the medicine, then what's good in that, right? So the Vastu is actually a science which aligns your surrounding according to the nature, so that you can have that organic living or organic working inside that premises. So this is actually Vastu is. It's an alternative healing technique, nothing to do with the medicines, nothing to do with anything else. Everything is important, and this is just an alternative healing technique. So in today's time, we can use it to be in alignment with the nature, so that we have that we all have that free will and destiny, right? So
Right.
the Vastu actually puts everything, as I have said earlier also, according to the Vastu, there is a place for everything and everything has a place. So
Yeah.
Vastu is actually that science which put everything on its place and everything is at place. See, when we get up early in the morning, if the bed is not made, so in the evening when we enter the bedroom, we don't feel that good, right? But if
Yeah.
in the morning, as soon as we, leave the bed and we make the bed beautifully, then when in the evening when we enter after, a hectic day, we feel good. We feel that, oh, everything is on its place, the room is not messed, the house is not messed. So Vastu is actually that thing. It makes everything on its own place, so that when you enter the place, when you are at that place, so it gives that beautiful energy and aura. So to bring that good energy and aura, that is Vastu.
Okay, ma'am. That's great to know. Yeah, I mean, that also makes me think that, see, when we feel, I mean, when we organize things at home, and keep everything in proper place and shape, it automatically makes you feel good, because the brain gets used to being organized and disciplined. And as we all are aware, brain neurons that wire together, fire together. So if we
Yeah.
are continuously in a state of, negativity, or in a state of, messy, everything is messed up around you, so immediately the brain, the neurons in the brain, or the brain cells that, start to feel the same feeling, I mean, the energy, the negative, or, the not being clean or organized, and everything, all the neurons then come together. That's the neuroplasticity science, ma'am, as you're aware. So that neuroplasticity makes you again, going to the same mode of being disorganized, messing up more with your own self and with your life and with your home. So why can't we, really, to your point, believe in this science, which is an alternative healing technology, like how we have this Ayurveda, homeopathy, and why should we just, say that it comes from India, Hindus, so it has some religious significance. I wish really our audiences and everybody else in the world understand that this is not a spiritual science that has originated from any particular religion. Like I think many years ago, maybe a few decades ago, actually, people were under the impression that yoga was also something that belonged to only India and Hinduism. But now, because of the power of yoga and meditation, how it is able to heal humans, not just from mental illnesses, but also from physical illnesses for that matter. People should start to, understand and believe that Vastu Shastra is also a science that really
Yes.
helps you heal your energy system within the body, just like how they're doing this Ayurveda and other alternative healing techniques to,
Yes.
get to physical health. They have to also make sure that their homes are full of good energy, positive energy, because that's where we live as humans.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
my thought. Yeah. Deepika ji, based off of this, let me ask a question. See, we all know that Earth is round mostly,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, and the houses that we have, we build them like on plots that are being developed by these builders or developers or whoever, because the
Hmm.
government also is involved in laying out the structure for the community or the entire area for the houses to be built. So, according to the Vastu Shastra, is there any rule around how the lot of the house should be? Should it be like a square, rectangle, or can it be irregular shape?
See, the shape really matters because when we said that rectangular shape or square shape, then it has the proper edges. Then the energy is divided properly in those shapes. See, in Vastu there is very common concept: the Go-mukhi plot, the Sher-mukhi plot. These are the loin shape, the cow shape plots, and
Oh,
sometimes you see the round plots. So basically, if a plot is square or rectangular, then the energy flow is much better than any other shape.
oh,
Every shape, see, if because see, when there is a proper rectangular or a square, then what happens? No side on, let's say, if it's proper, then all the edges are there, right? So because of all the edges there, so no zone is cut or no zone is extended. But if we
okay.
say a rectangle, a square, sorry, a circular plot, right? And if we put it in a square, then
Mm,
definitely the four corners are missing, right?
right,
So
right.
every zone has some attributes connected to it, like if we say southeast is a zone of Venus, and then money flow, cash flow. So if it's a round plot, then if the southeast is cut, then in that home we can see the married life problems, the cash flow problems. So or if there is some other shape, let's say hexagon, octagon, then definitely some edges are cut, and
Oh,
whatever zone is cut, then
oh,
the attributes of that zone also get cut. So that
oh,
is why it is said that when you have a square or a rectangular shaped plot, then you have all the zones intact in that. That is why rectangular or square plots are considered good, because the energy flow is good, it is divided properly, and that division is very much good. That division is good. If any of the zone will cut, then attributes related to that zone will definitely cut, and the family will face issues regarding that.
this was a very informative session between me and Dr. Dipika Sanghi Gupta ji, who's trying to, give me some of her knowledge. I'm trying to take as much as I can from her. I hope you all are enjoying this show. Mostly it's not for enjoyment, as we mentioned before, this for enlightenment.
Yeah.
So from whatever limited knowledge I have and the vast knowledge that Dr. Deepika ji has, and thank you for watching this show and following us. Thank you, Dr. Deepika ji. for
Thank
coming
you.
over and helping our viewers and me. Thank you so much. I'll meet you again next week, ma'am. Thank you so much.